Yo, man, K, you cool, man? How you doing
I'm
tonight,
cooler than a fan, man. They took my children from me.
Yeah, I mean,
How terrible is that?
In the tapestry of modern comedy, few threads are as colorful and complex as the life of Katt Williams. With a career that spans decades, Williams has become synonymous with a brand of humor that cuts deep, blending raw honesty with an unflinching look at society's foibles. His journey, marked by both unparalleled success and profound personal challenges, unfolds like a narrative rich with resilience, laughter, and an indomitable spirit. Katt Williams has been a source of inspiration for many young artists because of his outspoken nature and boldness. However, Katt Williams has had his share of struggles both inside the industry and in his personal life. Comedians like Katt Williams use humor to deal with the tough stuff they go through.
How do you keep this kid safe without guns? They were in a lockbox that the police broke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm saying, if the police come in and raid my place and break into my gun boxes...
Katt himself knows about hard times. He said in 2013 that even when life gets rough, he keeps pushing forward with his work. He thinks everyone has struggles to face, so he keeps cracking jokes to cope. He said, "The only thing that keeps me afloat is that I know that other than death, anything that they bring towards me, I'm going to turn it into comedy, and I'm going to deliver it to my fans so that the message gets across. So I look at Hard Times as a movie. The character's supposed to get beat up through the movie as long as he's the hero at the end. And that's where we are now." Recently, he purportedly broke his silence on losing his daughter's custody. The custody battle for his daughter was a public saga that peeled back the layers of Williams's private life, revealing a man wrestling with the dualities of fame and fatherhood. Back in 2011, a source told everyone that Katt Williams lost custody of his adopted daughter, Leanne. McGhee, the mom, got custody, and Katt only got to see her on weekends. People thought they were sharing custody, but it turned out Katt lost it completely.
The problem was this time they came to my office and took my kids from an office. Not from my house, from an office.
Sources reported that McGhee got custody of Katt Williams' daughter because Katt missed his court date. Surprisingly, McGhee was just a former nanny who worked for Katt and had no connection to the daughter. Critique says that she tried to get custody to get government money. Even though Katt Williams was given visitation rights, the judge decided to grant McGhee sole legal and physical custody of their daughter. McGhee was also allowed visitation with two of Leanne's siblings. It's unclear if Katt has custody of these siblings, but in total, he has 7 adopted children. So far, Katt hasn't said anything about the decision. Katt Williams has 10 children, 9 of whom he adopted. Before Katt Williams became a dad to 10 children, he was married. His first wife, Locus, already had some kids before they tied the knot, and Katt ended up adopting them, according to The Sun. They also had a son named Micah together. So, Micah's brothers and sisters are actually Katt's adopted kids. Cool family dynamics, right? Following his marriage to Locus, Williams was reportedly involved with Ebony Gray. They were in a domestic partnership from 2010 to 2011, and Gray filed for annulment in 2016, as per TMZ. However, Williams denies ever having a romantic relationship with Gray. He's been linked to other well-known personalities like Johnny Blaze, Arica Kane, Hazel Lee, and Maris Salit. On the topic of marriage, Williams shared his thoughts on the Club Shay Shay podcast in January 2024. "Most people that are not married is because they're afraid of commitment. It's not like that for me. The whole time I wanted to be married, I had kids, so I had to try to fill my wife's place before she got there." He once told Howard Stern that he adopted kids to help people because he made a promise to himself to do so when he became famous. Katt's kindness and positive actions show he's a guy who wants to spread peace and happiness. But it's really tough to hear that he's dealing with a problem that no one even realized he had. Not just this, but before the lights and the laughter, there was struggle. Katt Williams's early life was a crucible of hardship, shaping the man who would become a comedy icon. Emancipating from his parents as a teenager, Williams faced the world alone, his home as transient as the gigs that barely kept him afloat. Yet, in the crucible of adversity, Williams honed his craft, his humor a beacon guiding him through the darkest nights. Even as a kid, Katt Williams faced a lot of challenges. When he was just a teenager, he decided to leave his parents and stopped going to school. He said, "I had already read 100 books by the time I was 4 years old. I was homeless as a teenager. I didn't graduate from high school. I found out my IQ and then I was done."
This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story.
According to sources, Katt Williams emancipated himself when he was just 13 years old. He hitchhiked all the way from Cincinnati to Florida and later made his way to Los Angeles. There, the casting director for Friday After Next found him living out of his car, as director Marcus Raboy shared with the outlet. His upbringing, marked by constant movement, actually prepared him for life as a touring comedian, as noted by RecordNet.com. Williams explained that reading a lot as a child and admiring the adventurous lives of others motivated him to pursue a similar path. Reflecting on his childhood, he mentioned to RecordNet that his home life wasn't necessarily terrible, but he sensed early on that it wouldn't suit him in the long run. He said, "Cincinnati always held a special place in my heart," he told the outlet. "To go back and be famous, that was a big deal to me. It's a memory I won't forget." From the shadows of hardship, Williams emerged into the spotlight with a voice that resonated with raw authenticity. His ascent in the comedy world was meteoric, his performances a blend of incisive wit and poignant commentary. Yet, as his star rose, so did the specter of personal demons, their shadows lengthening with each accolade, each applause a reminder of the battles fought in the silence of the offstage. Williams' encounters with the law became as much a part of his narrative as his stand-up specials. Each arrest, each altercation was a scene in the unfolding drama of his life, the line between the persona and the person blurring in the harsh light of public scrutiny. Yet, even as the gavel fell, Williams's spirit remained unbroken, his humor a shield against the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Besides his success in comedy and his reputation for speaking his mind, Katt Williams has also grabbed attention for numerous legal problems over the years. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, he's been arrested or questioned by the police more than a dozen times since the early 2000s. Some of these issues include charges like criminal trespass and burglary, intimidating a witness, involvement in stealing a photographer's camera with Suge Knight, and several altercations. According to multiple sources, the year 2016 was rough for Williams, marked by multiple arrests and being banned from 2 counties in Georgia. Following his arrest in March of that year, he spoke to the media upon his release. He said, "I am just like most Christians, under daily attack, but somehow holding up well," he said to Channel 2 Action News via the AJC. "God's grace is wonderful. We will have our day in court, and we will be exonerated." Katt Williams' career has been marked by controversy, including high-profile feuds with other celebrities due to his outspoken nature. He openly criticized Tiffany Haddish on V103 Atlanta, sparking a defense from Kevin Hart in support of Haddish. This disagreement between Williams and Hart eventually escalated into a feud between the two legendary comedians. Additionally, Williams has had conflicts with prominent figures like Steve Harvey and Jamie Foxx. In speaking out against the injustices and hypocrisies within the entertainment industry, Williams laid bare the cost of integrity. His allegations of being blackballed for his outspokenness painted a stark picture of the price of truth in a world that often favors silence. This chapter wasn't just about conflict. It was about courage, about the strength it takes to stand alone against the tide. Recently, Katt has been shedding light on the ongoing issues in Hollywood, and his words have sparked a viral response. Fans have been abuzz with speculation as Katt reportedly called out names and revealed the truth about what's been happening behind the scenes in the industry. Katt Williams made several thought-provoking remarks, but perhaps the most shocking was his reference to the now-imprisoned Weinstein's history of abuse. The 52-year-old 34-year-old comedian discussed how some individuals have chosen the shortcut to success by complying with unethical requests from powerful figures. Katt emphasized that he never succumbed to such pressures. He recounted an incident where Harvey Weinstein allegedly made an inappropriate advance, highlighting his stance against compromising his integrity for career advancement. Williams said, "They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to my pee in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there. It's 3 other black guys on there. Who? Huh? I told him no. What y'all do?"
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to?
Williams' tendency to speak his mind without a filter, along with his frequent legal issues, led to speculation among his fans. Some theories suggest that his career might not have reached its full potential because he was deliberately sidelined in the entertainment industry. Recently, Williams took it upon himself to address this myth and clarify whether it was fact or fiction.
People want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because,
I was gonna ask you that.
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
Katt also said, "And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian who's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it. Only because I've not taken the shortcuts, I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about." In a candid interview with Hot 97, Katt Williams clears the air about industry speculation, revealing that he hasn't been blackballed by the entertainment world. Contrary to what some fans might think, Williams isn't focused on achieving mainstream success. He's more interested in staying true to himself and doing things his own way. "My fans think like, oh, he's been blackballed," Williams explained. He believes that one reason for this perception is his choice not to do commercials or sponsorships. However, after addressing the matter, Williams was quick to debunk the myth, setting the record straight. "But the truth is, in 20 years, I've never been in a commercial audition in my life. Like, I never let my tour get sponsored when I was broke or now," Williams said. "You can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not in the store. That's different." In November 2012, during a show in Denver, Katt Williams faced a rowdy audience that just wouldn't quit heckling. As reported by the Denver Post, he reached his breaking point and jumped off the stage at the Wells Fargo Theater and into the crowd. The show had already started late, and Williams did some strange things like stripping off his shirt and even spitting on a heckler he invited on stage, according to the outlet. The source reported, "He just snapped. Everybody started calling him Crack Williams because he was running around the stage like he was high on meth or crack or something." The source also reported that Williams informed the audience that they would all be receiving refunds once he was finished. According to TMZ, a class action lawsuit was filed by Brian Herline and other audience members against Williams and Live Nation following the incident. The lawsuit aimed to claim unspecified damages due to Williams's sudden and disruptive behavior during the performance, including his actions on stage and leaping into the audience. While Katt Williams may not prioritize mainstream acceptance, there was a time when he was embraced by the mainstream. As one of the most accomplished comedians of his era, Williams achieved significant success, even adding an Emmy to his list of accolades. He won the Primetime Emmy Award for his role in the acclaimed series Atlanta, created by Donald Glover. Although Williams values the recognition of his Emmy win, he made it clear that the significance of the award extends beyond himself. Williams said, "The Emmy really didn't mean that much to me. It just meant something to me because, on our side of the war, coming in we have to agree that we're not going to win any awards. So, anytime there's a breakthrough, and we do, it's monumental."
The Emmy, and how it didn't mean that much to him.
The Emmy really didn't mean that much to me. It just meant something to me because on our side of the war.
Williams later clarified his remarks on winning the Emmy. Why did he win the Emmy, though? He won the Emmy because what that guy was saying is what they've been wanting that guy to say. They wanted to see that guy like that. That's how they wanted to see him, in a dirty wife-beater, in an old robe. And we wanted him to apologize and say, "I'm sorry." That's what we would like. Williams's critique of the comedy world was not just an indictment of others, but a reflection on the art form itself. His refusal to take shortcuts, to compromise his voice for the sake of convenience, set him apart. In this chapter, Williams emerges not just as a comedian, but as a custodian of comedy's soul, challenging his peers to rise above the fray, to remember the heart of their craft. In the final analysis, Williams' legacy is not defined by the trials he faced, but by how he faced them. His resilience, his ability to transmute pain into laughter, stands as a testament to the redemptive power of humor. This chapter is a celebration of that legacy, a recognition of Williams' indelible mark on the world of comedy and the hearts of those who found solace in his laughter. Katt Williams' story is a mosaic of triumph and tragedy, laughter and tears. It is a narrative that speaks to the enduring power of the human spirit, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, laughter can be a beacon of hope. A user said, "The amount of respect I've got for this man is beyond what I ever thought I could have for someone I don't personally know. I stand with you, Katt. I need to do something." That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching.